Ooh, hello everyone. I hope everyone's doing well. Everyone's week is going well. Hope everyone's enjoying their... What day is it? Wednesday. Everyone's Wednesday is going well. Still not a week. But no, I hope everyone's day is going well. Hope everyone is having fun with their hunts. If people are hunting. I was thinking of streaming ZA today, but then evidently I would not. Evidently I am not. So yeah, so tomorrow, Friday, I will be doing ZA. Another one. Come on. Let us see if we get lucky today or not. Lots of Weedles, what I like to see. Especially because that's what I'm looking for. Yawns are stunning today. Now we're on the Weedle. Now we're on the Academy train. The D-pad is sometimes good, sometimes not good. I definitely think the joystick is much better. Especially for doing the quick circly turns. Gotta be careful of accidentally not hearing the shiny because of Squirtle. I can't desensitize myself to the shiny sound. At least. Okay. Oh yeah, this is so much better than having to try and use the D-pad. Oh yeah, that's so much better. So much easier. Situation where I've got this feels like a sneeze coming along, but it's not wanting to show itself. It's just really starting to annoy me. One of those where it's like, I can feel it. It's sitting right on the edge of my nose, and I'm like, I want to sneeze, but I can't sneeze. Look at you. But it's not shiny. I mean, a small part of me would really like to get a shiny Pikachu just for having a shiny Pikachu. but I'm like, I don't need a shiny Pikachu. Like, my team doesn't work the best with shiny Pikachu. Granted, I mean, I do have space to take one, but that's not my main concern right now. Thank God. Could you imagine? My goodness, that takes so long. Again, I mean, Caterpie will take. If it decides it's gonna shine. Yeah, so I think I need to double check. I think I need to double check when you can get Aerodactyl. That's the first thing, because it depends. I might hunt for that next, and then go from there. Again, I wouldn't mind doing that, but I also... Oh, can't escape. Okay, I'm gonna get whited out here, I think. Wow. I was not expecting that. Do I lose money for this? Right. I am not losing $64 over a Pikachu because I couldn't run away. That's what I like. Get the Weedles going. Ah. Dr. B. Dr. Wasp. Another Weedle. Run away. Yeah, it's gonna be an interesting one. I think it's gonna take a while before we get Caterpie. Before I get a Weedle even. Get the Weedle. Yeah, I definitely think the joystick is the way to go for doing the quick turns. I tried using the D-pad, but I don't think it works that well. Look at that. Speedy going round. Speedy going round. I imagine how dizzy you would get just standing in spot, just rotating until a Pokemon showed up. I think I would definitely throw up once or twice. So much easier to do that. Arguably, it might induce stick drift. But, I mean, don't have to worry about it. I'll just get a new controller. Now, of other mons I think I'm going to get for the team. It was the Nidoking, Nidoqueen, Aerodactyl were definitely the 4 confirmed. The only problem is I don't have anything, nothing to really deal with any big grass, but I guess Aerodactyl kind of can. Although, maybe... I'm thinking maybe a fire type, but that's only really useful against ice. Could go fighting, maybe? If I get Mankey, maybe that's the play. But we run away from anything that's not beloved Weedle. Don't need anything else. Metapod. I've got to remind myself what shiny Caterpie looks like. I think it's the antler thing. The antler, the antenna, the horn. To protect shiny. Yeah. No, it's literally golden and that stays the exact same color. Metapod is on. That's right. Okay. Caterpie will be obvious. Metapod will be obvious. Weedle should be obvious. And Nationals. Anyone that might not be is maybe Pikachu. Might be a bit difficult to tell. At least that's what I think. Pikachu. Run away. Yeah, Caterpie will be obvious. Metapod will be obvious. Tuna should be obvious. Weedle should be obvious. The only one that might not be is Pikachu. And I think I can live with missing a shiny Pikachu. I don't think I'm going to, you know, cry myself to sleep if I don't get shiny Pikachu. Or if I run away from a shiny Pikachu. Gotta look for the golden. Well, I guess either of what I'm going for here is golden, right? The golden worms. Are they worms? Caterpillars? Golden caterpillars? Maybe. Weedle actually. Oh, sorry. Is Weedle more of a. I guess they're both kind of caterpillars. I was gonna say, is it more like a millipede? I don't think so. Metapod. I do like the fact that I don't know. I really don't know. I would like to think that I could maybe get lucky on this hunt, but I also don't think it's gonna help me. Let's see. Do the rotates. Good thing we can't pose in this game. Can you imagine spinning around and pose? I'm still hoping that my reverse psychology tactic will work on the game. I think out of the better option, just in the long. Just spin around. I think the likelihood of me getting Weedle is higher than me getting Caterpie. Metapode. Just focus on is unfortunately no shiny. No shiny to focus on. Okay, but Aerodactyl I think is the next one. Oh, let me have a look. Bam. I do find it funny how people have... Oh yeah, I do need to cut. How early or late do you get cut? Cut. File. Second gym. Oh, okay. That's not too bad then. Or the third gym, which I think is fine. I don't think Aerodactyl will be particularly or Misty. I think Aerodactyl will be best to get it after the fact. The only one that might... So, I think... Get Weedle, Caterpie, whatever I end up getting. Then, I'll do Brock. Get through that. Head then to get... After that will be Nido, Ran, and get then focus on getting King or Queen, because I'll use them as my HM buddy. And then after that, I think do the gym, get Aerodactyl. Well, get the gym, get cut, go back, get Aerodactyl, and then go from there. I say it like it's going to be quick. It's probably going to take me like 6 months to get to that point at least. Unless I get incredibly lucky. Which, I mean, could happen. I just don't think it's likely. It's one of those where I'd like to think I could do it, but, you know, like to think it would go quick, but it's kind of one of those situations where you prepare for the worst. And the worst in this situation is just not getting any shade. Which is, again, entirely plausible. I am so ready to move out of the forest. Although that being said, I am enjoying the music. What little of it I'm hearing. Right, might as well run. Run away from the scary Caterpie. I think Caterpie is the scariest one to come across. It's terrifying. Caterpie is the stuff of nightmares. Right. So Caterpie is one of those mons that I think if I saw in actuality, it would probably haunt me. You gotta remember, this thing is like massive in comparison to other like bugs like that we are used to in what we see day to day. Not like a little teeny tiny caterpillar. It's literally a massive caterpillar. I think that's one thing that like gets, I don't want to say misinterpreted, but kind of like you kind of forget with the world of Pokemon is how big the Pokemon are, because you don't typically see them next to people that often, or like how much they weigh. I've seen a couple of gym shorts where people have been like, yeah, we're just gonna do like Ash's workout, and it's like Ash picking up Hippopas, or you know, some Pokemon that just weigh an absolute metric ton, and he just like lifts them up over his head. Then you read the Pokedex entry, and it's like, yeah, that Pokemon weighs like 7 metric tons. Like, how is a 10-year-old that strong? It is very confusing. But also, you know, it's not supposed to be realistic, so... That's the other thing I completely forgot. Is because I'm running Fire Red, don't get you don't get cat. You don't get star you. So you don't get illuminate. So I might need to. I need to think about that a little bit, maybe. Because I mean, is it that much of a difference? It increases it by 50%, but like there's not that much downtime realistically. The hunt, right? It's not like it's like 10 minutes between each check. Something like that. It is a relatively quick when it wants to be. It is a relatively quick check overall. The only other problem is I don't have running shoes, which doesn't help, because otherwise I would just be sprinting around. Get running shoes in the next town. Is it worth me just like running to the next town just to get running shoes? Part of me feels like it is, but I also not 100% sure if I get running shoes in the next town or not. I mean, I got a rival fight, I think. I know before I can leave, I've got to do the gym. And I know I can visit the research facility. That, I'm afraid, is all I know. All I can remember for certain. I just don't like it. I like the idea of getting a phase, but I also don't like the idea of getting a phase. You know, like psychologically, I'm like, I want shiny Weedle, and I'm like, yeah, I'll take something else if it's shiny. But then I'm like, I'm not getting the Pokemon I'm hunting for. So is it a victory or a defeat? Especially because I know I'm gonna give up as soon as I get one shiny. I'm not gonna if I get a shiny Caterpie, I'm not gonna worry about hunting until I get a shiny Weedle. I will make that clear. I'll just take the Caterpie. Like that is just what I think. I think it's just how it's gonna be. I think. I want to believe I'll be the bigger person and sit back down and just, you know, grind on with the hunt for Weedle. But if I get Caterpie or Pikachu, I'm just going to take him and run. I think that's the best way to go about it. I mean, I know I put in... I know it's very much catered to Weedle, but... I don't get Weedle. I'm not gonna cry. I will be slightly upset, but not like drastically upset. Literally all I need is for me to either cave and buy the other game, or get a get someone else local who I know who has the other game give me a star you. Maybe I could offer them the shiny Weedle or shiny Caterpie. I mean, although arguably if I'm planning on using Caterpie to catch stuff, maybe I don't want to do that. Because that just sounds like it's a bad idea. I don't want. That sneeze feels like it's back. Like, want to. I'm trying to scream. I don't want to. Leave me alone. I'm making the decision for you. You're going to want to sneeze. Just teasing me. Don't know what it is about it. Ooh, Pikachu. Don't mind looking at you, Pikachu. We'll take it. And it's in situations like that where I think Illuminate would be slightly better than not having it. But like, only slightly better. Like, it wouldn't be drastically better. Well, I mean, it will make it 50% quicker. Or whatever the amount is. I think it's 50. I'm pretty adamant it's 50%. But I also don't know that for certainty. That's not me proclaiming it as a fact. That's me actively saying, I think, but I'm not 100%. But we'll see. We'll see. I mean, I'm hopeful. I mean, what did it take? 3 streams for Squirtle? So maybe 3 streams for Weedle? I'll take it. And I mean, it doesn't just have to be Weedle. It can be Metapod. It can be Una. But just nice. And the yawns. All kicking in today. My body screaming at me not to stream. That's what it is. Run. We run. We see Caterpie. We run. I mean, we run at everything. And the Pokemon we run into doesn't change what we do. We run away from everything. Even Pikachus. Even Pikachus. See what? Might as well go and grab some loot while we're here. Nothing wrong with exploring the forest while looking for shinies. Might just ever so slightly lower the encounter rate, but that's fine. Item over here, I can never remember. No. Go in the grass. Go in the grass and keep the checks coming. Now the only Pikachu I think I have to be worried about is one that's level 5 with a speed boosting ability, because I cannot get away from that if that does appear. Speed boosting nature. Because it's too quick. Or actually, I don't think they can. For the life of me, I cannot remember if Pikachu in this game can spawn with a light ball. I don't think they can. Otherwise, that would also be something else to be wary of. Hey, Valbloom. That is the mascot. What, you mean bottom corner? Me. It's the Pokemaniac from Heart Gold, Soul Silver. Inspiration from that, I should say. Yeah, I just can't remember. Cannot for the life of me remember. But I do know the fact is, if I run into a level 5 Pikachu and I cannot beat it, I will cry. To be honest, I haven't double checked. I mean, I have. Double check. I think the green works very well for it. I do think it works. My only problem with it is that shiny Weedle is kind of gold. I would say that's my only problem with the line. I guess they are supposed to be different because they do go through transfer states when they go into the cocoons. Both Kuna and Metapod as well. Maybe I don't hate them as much. Because then for Beedrill specifically, Kakuna to Beedrill is very similar. Which I like. I like it when the shinies kind of make sense in a line. You know, unlike Blissey or the Garchomp line, where, you know, kind of all the cool colors kind of just vanish when it evolves. That kind of sucks. I don't like that. But, you know, you can't have everything. Oh no, they all would be. They all would be. I was thinking about it earlier. Like, Weedle and Caterpie are so huge. Like, it would be incredibly horrifying to see them IRL. Like, not even like Mega Beedrill, just regular Beedrill would be terrifying. And also then obviously alpha ones of those Pokemon as well would just be like ridiculous. I'm not scared of bugs. I know I'm not scared of bugs because I don't mind bugs. I'm not a huge fan of spiders, but I know I don't mind bugs. It's just the fact that if you think about it, they're like, I think they're like very big. I mean, cute's only part of it. Like, cute plays a part, but I don't have anything against Butterfree. I don't have anything against Beedrill. It's just the size of Caterpie and Weedle that I think is the problem. It's just the fact that they're just, you know, incredibly large. I guess, did they make them smaller in the Switch games? I don't think they did. I can't remember now for the life of me. You say that, 1 foot. Yeah, 1 foot isn't too big. Let me have a look. Let me Google it now. Catter. Okay, yeah, I guess they're not that big. They're relatively big. If you compare them to anything we have in real life, they're about 10 times, 100 times bigger. Could you imagine a caterpillar just size of your arm sitting on your shoulder? Like, they're big. They are big. I cannot deny the fact that they are big. But to be fair, they're also not like the most terrifying thing in the world, right? As with everything, I'm sure there's even more stuff that would be terrifying. Oh yeah, Beedrill would be horrifying, especially if you angered it. If they're anything like murder hornets, and this is something interesting if you didn't know, or it might be worth looking up. Apparently, murder hornets can remember for like a very long time. I think it's like if you piss off a murder hornet, you should be very scared because apparently they're just very much assholes. No, apparently they remember you for a really long time. Which is just terrifying to think of. I mean, yeah, I wouldn't want to run into a pack of them. That would just be nightmare fuel. Arguably waking up to a caterpillar nightstand would be also, you know, horrifying. Don't get me wrong. And I think for that reason alone, I would employ a fire type Pokemon to be with me at all times. I don't know what I'd go for. I'm half thinking, realistically, don't typically, unless you battle them, you wouldn't typically evolve it. It would typically be evolved. I think I'd go with Magby. Go with a Magby. I think that would be my fire Pokemon of choice. Again, I mean, obviously the obvious ones are go for an Arcanine or a Vulpix. Or, sorry, a Growlithe or a Vulpix, but like, you gotta give some love to some other Pokemon. I wouldn't have a Ponyta. Like, it's too horse-like. You can't really have that in a house. But Magby, I could maybe do Magby. Yeah, I wouldn't be a huge fan of it. But, antidotes do exist. That's the good thing. Antidotes exist, and they are very common in the world. Like, every town has a supply of antidotes. So you wouldn't... It would be very unlikely for you to die from poisoning. Which is, a good thing. And obviously they developed it to work on Pokemon, but I imagine they work on people too. Maybe not potions, but maybe the poison heal, the burn heal. See, in the grand scheme of things, right? A while ago, there was the realistic Pokemon team, like I think Beedrill would be like a huge portion of people probably end up with a Beedrill or a Weedle or a Caterpie, you know, like, you know, because those are like very common animals in real life. I think people would end up with quite a few of those. Hey Cow, how are you doing? Hope your week is going well. You're doing good. No, thinking of you the other day, Cow, I did have another peek at your eBay shop. And I was surprised at something, but I can't remember what. There was something that was like, ooh, that's interesting. And then that was it. As always. Yeah, I just don't know how realistically a potion would work, you know, on a human. You know, like, how could you classify healing HP? I mean, technically, humans have HP as well. I don't know how exactly it would work. Oh, this is the level 5 Pikachu I've got to be careful of. That one, luckily, I managed to run away on the second run. Oh, do you know what? I've probably missed. Actually, I'm not that bothered. What is it? The spinning... Is there a new Pokemon drop happening soon? Anime HP doesn't exist? No, I guess, yeah, when you think of it like that. Yeah, HP doesn't exist. You mean your girl, Violet? Yeah, it's your girl. 611 was the total in the end. Very lucky, which makes me believe Weedle's gonna go like well over odds, which hurts me. I'll be honest, Vileplume, I'm not a fan of the evolutionary line. I have not. It's not like I have a dislike of it. It's not my favorite. I feel like. I mean, I like the branch aspect. I just am not a huge fan of Gloom. I think for me, Gloom ruins it. Oddish is quite cute and adorable. Gloom, I don't like the look of. And then Vileplume, I think design-wise looks awesome. I think, you know, the big flower. I think it looks... But, yeah, no. Gloom, I'm not a massive fan of. But also then, to be fair, I'm also not a huge fan of Bellsprout either. So it's not like I have a vendetta against, you know, Oddish alone. I'm just not a massive fan of those two grass evolutionary lines. And I'm sure that'll get me some hate. Again, unlike other evolutionary lines where I like them all, there are just some where I'm just like, I like all the designs. Or there's quite a few that I'm like, I don't like that specific design. That's also true. However, don't you have to do Plume with a stone. That's my problem, because if you don't get the stone, you're stuck with glue. And it is one of the worst ones to be stuck with. If it was a normal level up, it would be fine, because you're like, well, eventually it will evolve. But because of the fact it's an evolutionary item, in my opinion, it makes it worse because you're stuck with it for a really long time unless you know how to evolve it. That's my problem with like the middle stage stone evolutions that aren't the best looking. Is that, yeah, okay, you can evolve them and the end result is cool, but it's that middle stage that you're sometimes stuck with for either A, a really long time, or B, forever, in case you don't know how to evolve it. That's my only problem with it, I swear. I have no other problem with it, but it is just that. But then that's the glorious thing about Pokemon, right? Is everyone has their opinions. No one is right or wrong. Everyone has their favorite Pokemon in the evolutionary line. Everyone has their favorite, you know, favorite starter, favorite, you know, 3-stage Pokemon, favorite 2-stage Pokemon. You know, because there's so many, it's so good. Everyone has their own favorite. What they like and what they dislike. Oh yeah, that was something that I was thinking of potentially mentioning at some point too. How do Pokemon that require a trade to evolve, like human intervention to evolve, how do they evolve naturally? Because like, I thought the whole premise was that like some Pokemon that, you know, only evolve via trade evolution, how can you find them out in the wild? You know, did they accidentally pick up a link cable and evolve? Are all of them released from trainers who didn't want them anymore? Like, I'm sure there's some lore perspective on it. But for me, I've always just kind of been a little bit perplexed by it. Where I'm like, oh, okay. Oh, okay. That does make a bit more sense. I mean, if we were sticking strictly to the game logic, then, in which some Pokemon require trade evos to evolve in those games, but you can still find them in the wild that were. And if so, why can't they do that when they're in, you know, with the games specifically? Just keeping it separate from the anime, because obviously the anime to a degree has its own logic and the game has to kind of balance the gameplay perspectives, you know? But it's like, if these Pokemon can be found naturally in the wild in the games, why can't I have a different way of evolving them that doesn't require the use of this item or trading them. You know, like it's ridiculous. My complaint is more specifically at ZA, where it's like, you know, you get points for doing trade evos, but then at the end of the day, it's like, but I don't, you know, I don't need to do these trade evos because I can get the, you know, the final stage of the trade evo out in the wild. It's just one of those random things. I mean, I also remember, thinking back, I now remember why Infernape was my favorite Pokemon in Sinnoh. And it was 100% because of the anime. I think without a shadow of a doubt, if the anime wouldn't have told the storyline that it did, I wouldn't have liked it so much. However, I will say, I then wasn't a massive fan when I started after Sinnoh of Unova, because Tepeg was also treated badly by its trainer. And I didn't like that because I was like, oh, well, they're just doing the same thing as they did with Chimchar, just with a new fire type. Because again, it seems to be, well, it seemed to be for a little while, that fire type starters were treated badly by their trainers in the original anime, or at least all the ones that Ash found. Oh, that is interesting, Valmoon. I did not know that. Although, to be fair, I don't know a lot of stuff. Oh my goodness, he's kicking in some heck. I do need to stretch at some point. I was thinking that I need to try and do a bit more fitness stuff. I think the problem that I have with the streaming when I'm streaming is that I'm so exhausted. It just doesn't help that I'm waking up so much earlier now. But I need to get into the habit of it. Yeah, the games, I feel like, kind of dropped the ball with some shinies. I definitely think they needed to improve them a bit more, especially some of them, you know, like Gengar from 2D to 3D, or Garchomp. Garchomp is one I think they did really dirty. I wish they did Garchomp better. Hey, Macao? Auk? You're doing well. Is it a shiny hunt or a Weedle hunt? It's a Weedle hunt. And so I'm only counting Weedles. But, I mean, we'll see what pops up. Obviously, well, potentially any shiny hunt is well, every specific shiny hunt is just a shiny hunt. But I mean, I don't know. No, I shouldn't be sarcastic. I don't know what gave away that it was a Weedle hunt. If it was the thumbnail, the title, or the fact that there's a Weedle sprite up in the top. And the number only goes up when I see Weedles. Not every Pokemon. There was only a few hints that it was potentially a Weedle hunt. Oh, a shine in its eyes. Oh. I didn't come back. Whoops. I mean, I feel like the problem is with doing that kind of stuff, especially, well, obviously in the older games, it was just harder to do. But, I mean, even in the 3D games, I mean, it might be different in Gen 10. What is shiny us in Gen 3? 1 in 8,192. If I'm remembering correctly. $8,192. And then it's 4,096. Yeah, much harder than the newer games, where you can get like incredibly low odds. Oh no, it's not getting all done today. No, I'm not that insane. I only can manage about 3 hours of hunting a night. We're only about an hour in. Over an hour in, so just about 2 more left. I don't think there's many people that sit down and do a full hunt in a single stream. I think that's insanity, especially like full odds. Wouldn't be impossible, but I just think it wouldn't be probably wouldn't be the best thing to watch. Back-to-back Pikachus. That's nice. We love when rare stuff happens. Oh, this is the speedy Pikachu. Yep. That's got to be pretty rare, considering Pikachu is only a 5% spawn in this area. I don't know the math on it, but I know the math on my shiny Squirtle. That's a 1 in 6,500. No, 65,512, I think, is what I remember seeing. And I got it in a 611 resets. Couldn't ask for better luck. I mean, I think the starters are okay. Charizard obviously is one of the better ones. But I definitely think they're not the best, but you also can't expect them to all be amazing. Because again, you know, there's a huge proportion of the community that enjoys shiny hunting. I mean, again, you know, it's always going to be hit and miss. again, with everything. Did I count that one? Probably not. Let's count it. Let's count it. I'm trying to think, will I have time this weekend to do more? Probably not. I think I'm gonna just... Yes. Yes, yeah, I did know. Yeah, one in... is it? Was I close? 65,512? I mean, I'm just relaying on information that was told to me. I am not that good at math that I can do 8 times 8. Well, 8 times 8 is 64. I know that much. And I know 8 times 200 is basically 1,600. So I know it's got to be around, 65,600. Just based on that alone. Which would mean that I'm probably correct. Is it then you just subtract 18 by 8? And I think that would be 65512. 65,512. I think. It makes me sound a lot smarter than I am because someone else put it in chat before. I just didn't realize that. I think I would have realized it, but I didn't quite understand that that was exactly how you get to that number. You can't nickname them before... Sorry, you can't nickname them until... Sorry, you nickname them before you can check it's shiny, which is the problem, Vileplume. In these games, you can't... Obviously, you can't change the nickname until you get to a certain town. And I'm not... I didn't want to nickname every single starter that I was checking because then it increases the time of the hunt. I already spent 9 hours on it. I was incredibly lucky that I got it that quickly. But you can't... In these games, you can't... You don't get to check if it's shiny before you name it. Yeah, it's Lavender Town, but you can't. Oh, it's Lavender Town. It's not Lavender Town. It's the Ghost Town. I know where it is. I just can never, for the life of me, remember the name of the town. But you can't. You also then I'd have to nickname every single check that I did, which would probably mean I would still be hunting it because it would add. It would at least double, if not triple, the time of a reset because I'd have to nickname it every single time I checked it. That's the only problem. None of the ones played legitimately could be nicknamed on the game that they're got on. Obviously, you could have a separate game that you'd finished. In this instance, let's just assume that I had a leaf green game that I'd finished. I could then get it shiny, go back, go trade it onto the other game, name it, trade it back, and then I would have a nicknamed one. But in this game, you can't do that. Whereas in Gen 4, you get to check if it's shiny before you name it. Or in the case of Heart Gold, Soul Silver, you get to fully check them. But unfortunately, Yeah, you can't in this, and it sucks, because I would have liked to have nicknamed her, but can't. Can't until late game. Which is annoying. Don't get me wrong, I'm not adverse to either of the shinies. I mean, I originally started wanting Weedle. However, I think we came to the conclusion that Caterpie would also be a good choice. And now I'm still keeping on with the Weedle checks, primarily because I want the game to give me a shiny Caterpie or Metapod. I'm trying to use reverse psychology on the game. I'm like, if I'm hoping for a Weedle, then the game will give me a Caterpie or a Pikachu. So I'm trying to just reverse psychology the game into giving me the shiny. Well, into a shiny. I would be more than happy with a shiny Pikachu. To be fair, I don't have an electric type on my team even planned, and it would also help me with dealing with Misty's gym as well. And I mean, a Pikachu is only a 5% spawn. So it would, again, be another relatively rare accomplishment. Which, again, I wouldn't say no to. I'd be very, very happy. But obviously, being realistic, it's probably not going to happen. Again, I could Vileplume, but the problem is that it increases the time between checks. That's the problem. Is how long it's going to take between checks. Plus, then I don't want Squirtle to be like level 50 before I even get to the first gym. That's my concern. It's not bad. It's definitely not bad. I definitely think it's one of the better grass shinies. Another one. Take the Weedle. Wouldn't mind a Metapod though. Add a P, we'll take it. Yeah, I feel like that's the case with most evolutionary lines. It's like some shinies are good, but some shinies are just kind of like meh. The team, there is no team Wild. It's you see it every time I soft reset, or every time I do a check. Squirtle. That's it. That's the team. There is nothing else on the team. That is it. Squirtle is just the team. I got a rough idea for what I think I'm gonna build, but I don't actually have anything concrete yet. The only one that I'm definitely getting is either Nido King or Nido Queen, because they're gonna be my HM buddy. And then I'm gonna get Aerodactyl. That's the only three that I've got kind of planned, which is Squirtle, Aerodactyl, and Nido King or Queen. Bonk. Weedle. No. 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 No Pidgey or Rattata. Yeah, I don't like... I'm not a fan of Shiny Rattata. I'm not a fan of Rattata as a Pokemon. And I feel like most people will probably go with Pidgeot. I kind of wanted to do a team... I wanted to do a playthrough with a team that not many people would be using. Because again, I'm like... You know, I could pick the standard... The standard team, which would obviously be... Starter, Pidgeot, you know, Aerodactyl, Gyarados, Nido King. But I'm like, I don't want to go with the standard team. I don't want to go a bit different. A team that I wouldn't normally use playing the game. Go with that. Quick resets. Run away. Trying to figure out, I mean... Don't know. I don't know, do I want to just... Part of me is like I want to do a little bit of... just want to do all the fights in this zone and then move on. Hunt at the end. Maybe hunting at the end would be better. Maybe I do a little bit of... Maybe I do a little bit of battling, maybe. Or maybe I get up to 500 and then go and do a little bit of battling. And then maybe get through to the end of the route. That would probably give me, probably get me away from the Pikachu. That's fine, Cloud. I'm gonna say you did say you didn't think you were going to be here for a little while. But I wasn't expecting to see you today, but I hope you're doing well. Hope your day is going well. Why not? Walk. Walking helps everything, apparently. Walking helps with everything. Weight loss, walking. Back problems, walking. Stress, walking. Is there nothing walking can't fix? I would like to get that. I mean, walks in nature, yeah. Unfortunately, we don't have any kind of that around where I'm at. Yeah, no, I'm actively, and it is working, I will say. I'm actively trying to get up earlier of a morning, so then I can go out and do some stuff before I go to work. But man, it's like getting up so early. I think I'm just before 6 o'clock now. I'm slowly making it longer by giving myself like 15, 20 minutes longer in bed less in bed each week. So like last week was 6:15. Today is like 5 to 6. And then next week will be like 35. Basically 5:30 in the morning. Primarily because I'm like, I want to go and run. Well, ideally, I was thinking of running in the morning. Going for a run. I was like, if I run 10K, then it would take me about an hour. I was like, if I'm out at 5, I'm back by about 6. And then I can eat breakfast, shower, and then I can go to work when I leave for work. About 7:30. I'm slowly getting there. I mean, I like the idea of doing, like, hiking. But my problem with hiking in US specifically is that, man, there is, like, so many dangerous things out there that want to eat you. Yeah, it'd be nice to do that. The altitude would kill you for... Well, that's also true, I guess. I mean, I can survive at the higher altitudes. I do skiing. I can survive slightly higher altitudes. Ooh, foot's gone to sleep. Foot sleepy. Sleepy foot. Ooh. Yeah, maybe I wouldn't do too well. Would probably not do that well. The only good thing is I do get to hear the shiny Squirtle every time. You do daily better than me. Much better than me. But no, I need to be physically fitter. Yeah, I was planning, still am planning on doing a bit of running every day. Maybe not 10k to start with. I might start with 5k a day, but you know, I figured a route around where I live that would give me the option to give me the ability to run 10k if I wanted to. You go over and eat your body just naturally. That's also true. Yes. Oh, I mean, steep hills get me even now. I don't need to be that high. I'm like sea level and I can't do steep hills. 3 more. And then we'll go and finish this route. Should be able to just KO my way through this route. I've got some antidotes, so I should be fine. There you go. Come on, 2 more. Go and KO every trainer on this route. There we go. Got it. Oh yeah, again, you notice it going both ways, right? It's like going the other way, someone who's down and who goes up notices it just as much as someone going up comes down. Yeah, alright, Clyde, enjoy your walk. Thank you for stopping by, I appreciate seeing you as always. Go. 500. Let's go and see if, let's go and do some fighting now. You. Oh, no. Another Weedle. Bite me. I think we should be fine to just... Oh, he's got 3? Uh-oh. Oh, are they all this high level? I might be in trouble here. The problem is if I get poisoned. That's the only problem. I mean, I can handle being super slow. I just can't handle being poisoned. Give me another physical move, please. Another Weedle is fine. Hit him with the tackle. Okay, still not poisoned. Oh. Still not poisoned, that's good. Able to handle Kakuna? Maybe I should actually move to Bubble now. Does it do more damage? Hopefully it should. Yeah, that should be fine. That should be fine. Okay, good. We didn't get poisoned, and we can deal with it. Now, my only concern It's like, did I pick up any potions? Oh, withdraw. Oh, 84 Poké Dollars. Did I buy regular potions? I did, but I only bought one. Let's use it. Use it. I don't want to have to run all the way back. Oh, another antidote. Hello, bug trainer. I want to fight you. Two? Okay, we can handle Caterpies. I mean, withdraw is good, but I don't think it's going to be that useful for me here. We can take some tackles. Luckily, I don't have an option to swap out Pokemon. There we go. Perfect. Ah, man, I want to sprint. I want to sprint. Let me run. Is there another trainer? No, there isn't. Oh, no, wait. There is. I think I beat this guy. Oh, I think I did beat that guy. I think I did. I think I can buy one whole potion, given that I've made maybe $100, $150, $200 on the fights. Do I need to get a Pokemon with pickup? That might be the strategy, just to grind items for money? Maybe that would be the plan. Alright, let's maybe go and get another potion or two. Some idiot bought a load of Pokeballs. Oh, I've got loads of money. What am I going about? That's 300 as well? Oh my goodness. Okay. Let's get two. That should give me a little bit more. A little bit more of a buffer. Yeah, it feels really slow when you can't sprint everywhere. Enjoy the forest. Yeah, I've already beaten this guy. Already beaten you. Beaten you. Is that it? Is there one or two more? I think there's one guy up here, right? I do believe so. There's one guy up there. So long as we're not dealing with a Pikachu, I will be happy. And how do I make a pod? Is it worth... Actually, is it worth, like, buffing my defense up here a bit? Since I know that Metapod is only going to use Harden anyway, I might as well play that game as well. I only need 2. I don't think I'm going to worry too much about it. We should be fine just to keep bubbling it. Get bubbled, fool. I should probably swap to tackle now. No, well, Caterpie's attack missed, so I didn't need to worry about... Okay. As I say, I didn't need to worry about withdrawal. Oh yeah, that's much better. The other thing to remember with these older games is that the starters, I do believe, get a higher XP gain. And by that, I mean they have lower XP requirements between levels in comparison to other Pokemon. It's very, very easy to over-level your starters. Oh, I should bubble. Bubble plan. Perfect. Right. I think there's one more trainer. There. I don't think there's 2 more. I think it's just 1 more, right? Oh, there's also... Yep, yoink. Give me the potion. That's a free 300 bucks on the floor. Who wouldn't just pick up free money on the floor? That's silly. One. Weedle. We can take on a Weedle. Ooh, so long as there's no... As long as we don't get poisoned, we should be fine. Don't poison me, don't poison me, don't poison me. Don't poison me, don't poison me, don't poison me. Okay, we're good. We're good. Perfect. Now, do we go straight into the next town? Oh. Another one. Also, I should probably try and save the game now that I'm at the end. Saved. I think... Yeah, okay. Perfect. Go and... heal up, and then we'll go back. Go back and do some more checks. Now that we're done at the end of that. Where can I get the running shoes? Is it just in here? Please give me the running shoes. Nope. I just don't want to progress any further because I know the fact is that the gym is just where you next run into your rival. Maybe it's not here. Must not be here. Let's go back and hunt for some more Weedles. See if we can get lucky. See if we can get lucky now. Got a Weedle. Off to a good start. I'm not against that. Oh, a Caterpie. No, I wanted to run. I mean, there's nothing wrong with a Caterpie. Wouldn't mind one. Wouldn't mind one. Part of me is thinking, do I just catch a non-shiny Pokemon to help me catch the shiny Pokemon? But I'm kind of the completionist, who I'm like, if I'm getting a Pokemon to help me catch other Pokemon, it should also be shiny. Maybe if I'm lucky, I can get to 600 Weedle encounters. That would be good. If not, I'm going to end up with more Pikachus. We'll take it. I like how we just get just enough of the Meridian Forest music to get me going on it, and then we're straight back into the battle music. I'm just ready. My ear's just ready for the next one. Maybe I should start counting the cocooners. It does count technically as a Weedle, right? It's just a future Weedle. Maybe I will start counting them. Maybe I'll start counting them from now. I've definitely seen a good few. Well, maybe seen about 100 of them, but we'll ignore those and just count from now. Well, I mean, I need to see cocooners to count them, don't I? Metapod is cool and all, but you need it. Take the Weedle. Oh, I didn't want to withdraw. I wanted to run away. This is gonna poison me now, isn't it? Why? Why do I open my mouth? Why did I have to open my mouth? Can I do that with a shiny? This is going to be a shiny. No, I can't do it with a shiny. I'm only limited to status effects. It's Weedle time! We take more Weedles. Weedles, we take those. Not Weedles, we don't take those. We don't want non-Weedles. We want Weedles. Here we go. The first Kakuna that gets added to the list. The second one that gets added to the list. Third one. I mean, we'll take 3 in a row. Take those. Another one. Nope. Not a shiny. Oh, Weedle. Oh, Weedle. Run away. Metapode. Hey, Greg. How are you doing? Your Wednesday's going well. Have you had a good rep at the gym? With many push sits and bar reps. I know the gym. I know gym stuff. Oh, my foot's going numb. It's okay, you're trying to take it a bit easier because you think you're hurting your knees from it. Oh no! Yeah, I'm glad I don't work out. Because I definitely feel like I would just push myself. Noticed a while ago that they ache a little bit when you're standing still. Oh, that's definitely not good. Yeah, I couldn't. I mean, I do home workout, but it's nothing like gym workout. Um, Good stream, yeah, it's been alright. It's been okay. Just not getting lucky with any shinies. I did end up going all the way to the end of the forest. Just to hope that hopefully that I can just get it and run away. You've not been here? Yeah, I'm sure it is, Greg. I'm gonna say Friday, for the life of me, I'm gonna actually try and do some ZA shiny hunting. Ooh, Pikachu. How are you doing check-wise for Verizian, Greg? Have you been keeping track? Have you been keeping track even? No idea how do you do checks for ZA hunts. Is it not just like soft resetting? Or I guess it would be normal checks. Run away, go back, run away, go back, run away, go back, right? Smart. Yeah, you can't want to do it too... You don't want to do it too late. You don't want to leave it too long in case it is shiny. Check, check. Chick chick. The the full. Oh yeah, because you've done running backwards and forwards. Yeah, it depends. Obviously, you've done 20 lampposts. You've done 20 lamppost checks, but that's not like 20 respawns. No idea how many respawns done. Yeah, because that's the thing. It's respawns technically count as checks, right? One respawn equals technically one check. So let's say it did 20 in your 20 checks. It probably isn't. It's probably more, but if it was 20 in 20, then it's obviously 20 times 20 checks is how many you've done. Get to the B. Let's go to 55.50. Go like 5 to 10 more. Yeah, you can't see Verizon spawn where it is on the map, so you have no idea of knowing without wasting load time. Smart. No, 550. 555. Lord knows I can't get that many done. That's like 60 hours. Potentially 60 hours of hunting. Another one. Another one. Run away. $550. Another one. Add it. Starting Kahuna. Kuna is now pretty good. $52. Yeah, but to be fair, I don't need it to do anything else but maybe take a few hits. I'm only going to count it because technically it is a Weedle. $54. Right, we'll take this last one. No. I was hoping that it was going to be okay. That was it. That was it, right. It is a bit quicker. Alrighty. That is me done for today. I'll be back on Friday. I think I'm going to do some ZA wormhole hunting. I got to get some more stuff done for that. So, I will see you all then. Thank you very much for watching, everyone. I hope you all have a great rest of your week. I don't know whether or not I'll try and get some shiny hunting done off stream as well over the course of the weekend. We'll see how it goes. See. Either way, thank you very much for watching, everyone. Bye-bye. Bye, everyone. Bye, 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 bye.